Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Nabet Rayahi. Today I want to talk to you about how likely is the chance of reinfection in COVID-19. I hope you enjoyed this video. The action of the immune system is like the security system that recognizes you when you enter another country without license. What we mean here isn't related to violent countries. To better understand the subject, consider a normal country. When you enter a country without license for the first time, if you are lucky, you'll not go into jail. You'll return to your country, but your action, your behavior is recorded as a history. If this is the second time you have done this, they would identify you faster. The immune system in the body acts like security system in the countries. The two main actions of immune system in the body is recognizing what is from out of the body that called pathogen and neutralizing it at first, and the second, recording the characteristic of the pathogen in the memory of the immune system. Today, many infected cases with COVID-19 are improved. However, new questions are asked from experts. Considering the estimated death rate of about 3 to 4% of infected individuals in COVID-19, the majority of cases are improved, that is compatible with formation of immunity against the virus. Here I'm going to ask you one main question. How long does immunity remain in the body? Or in other words, for how long does it protect you from the same strain of the virus? However, some other questions come to mind, such as getting infection could protect us against the strain with some little changes, and what is the validity of herd immunity in this case? When we refer to COVID-19, contradictory evidences exist on immunity aspects of the disease. On one hand, there are several studies around the world on the blood plasma transfusion of recovered people to patients in critical conditions that confirms the effectiveness of produced antibodies against COVID-19. On the other hand, there are reports of South Korea and China on some cases of COVID-19 who later tested positive after negative results at the time of discharge. When we are looking at existing articles, studies on immunity aspects of coronaviruses are not enough. According to these articles, what could be concluded is that we cannot be certain about the longevity of produced antibodies against coronavirus family. Since we even encountered this new type of coronavirus for a short time, most of the focus of medical staff has been on controlling the new outbreak. In this case, most experts hope that the old general belief that getting infection leads to long-term immunity is true. But when we look at different diseases, the immune system doesn't behave the same. Why? Because the security system of countries are also not successful when we hear some destructive bombing by terrorists. For instance, getting chickenpox leads to a long-time immunity in the majority of cases, but HIV infection easily escapes the immune system to destruct even it. Yes, it's not that simple. Now, let's say that we don't know anything about the immune system, but we can think and suggest a model. In this chart, you see we get sick at time A. In this diagram, the horizontal axis is showing the time. Well, we got sick at time A. At time B, the immune system detects an attack to us. I should say that the vertical axis is related to antibody production. The molecules neutralize the virus. Now, at time B, antibody begins to produce an increase by time that reaches to a maximum level at time C. Then the antibody level may remain in the same level, or it can drop, but the speed of reduction is different in different cases of disease. This assumption lacks one thing. We should define a level for produced antibody that protects against the virus, the green line. As long as the chart is above the green line, we remain immune, protective against the reinfection. Well, in the case of COVID-19, how long does the diagram remain above the green line? We don't know. The disease is new and enough study is not available. What said before was only a model to better understand the subject. If we want to look at the subject from immunological view, it's more complicated. Antibody production basically refers to humoral immunity. In the course of immunology, there have been both cellular and humoral immunity. We don't know yet the certain role of these types of immunity in the control of COVID-19. What we can conclude is that firstly, more studies needed to clear the role of immune system in COVID-19 and determine the longevity of antibodies in this case. And secondly, we still should hope that getting infection will protect us for a while at least. I hope you'll enjoy this video. In the next video, I'll talk about other aspects of COVID-19.